This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We're now sitting in the Ford F-150 Lightning. This is a standard range, 98 kilowatt hour, and that is claimed to be the net capacity, so the gross capacity might be even bigger. But I don't know exactly how it is. This car is not on EV database, but today I'm going to talk about the charging curve or charging performance. But it seems like we have all software. People claim that the new software is better, or we can see more, but also possible that we have the old charging curve here. I'm not sure if they updated the charging curve on the standard range in the US, but I heard that they recently updated or boosted the speed on the 131 kilowatt hour battery. It can take something like 180 kilowatt flatter or something. But here, whatever. We're gonna compare against Ford Mach-E and also the Maxus ET90. Yeah, at least the ET90 is a pickup truck. So let's roll the tape. See that right off the line now, we get almost 150 kilowatt. There is actually 450 kilowatt, 450 amp boost timer for 10 minutes. And a small mistake I did with this charging session is I started with 4% rather than going to 10%. So actually I was eating up some of that precious time until it starts throttling. But compared to the Mach-E wasn't charging that fast. I think we saw briefly 150 kilowatt, but then they changed the charging curve on the Mach-E to be slower so that it can have okay speed past 80%. We're gonna see more about that. But if you go back to the Lightning, you will see that soon enough after hitting 10-minute mark, there was a timer on the ET90, but that was on that session. So right around now, roughly, is when we hit the 10 minutes, and then you'll start throttling a little bit. There. Yeah, see, now less than 400 amps, but still okay charging curve, right? Well, yeah, but except for that, it's a big pickup truck. But ET90, should I mention that? It charges so slow. 69 kilowatt, 185 amp. The Chinese, they don't care about charging speed over there. It charges so slow. The ET90 is ridiculous. It is so slow in the 1,000 kilometer challenge also. But okay, back to Lightning and the Mach-E. So here, Lightning can actually maintain okay speed, but yesterday when I did 1,000 kilometer challenge, I managed to get 160 kilowatt, but I plugged in with 29%, and also the battery min temp was at 19 degrees. So I wonder if the battery doesn't like to be too hot, but it doesn't replicate, because if you have if you have the towing package, which this car has, then you get extra cooling. So I noticed also during 1,000 kilometer challenge, this truck cools really well. There is no rapid gate, and also very little delta between min and max, just like the Mach-E, I guess. Yeah, so no problem there. I could have the heater on because, while charging, because at least this truck is equipped with only PTC heater. I heard that now you can get the heat pump. Maybe that will change the thing, but at least in this test, you see, it performs really well. And it's actually leading right now, the F-150. It's at 61%. The Mach-E is charging so much slower. And the ET90, do we even care about it? Just to show you, if you want to pay 400k NOK for the ET90 versus 1 million NOK for the Lightning, you get way better charging performance in Lightning. ET90 is like, you have fast charging, but it sucks really bad. So the Lightning can maintain okay speed, you see, and it has flat-ish curve, and it's actually charging faster than Mach-E, even at when the Lightning is at highest charge. You're going to look at the charging curves soon. But I wish I could get this kind of charging performance in the Mach-E, but I don't know, don't they use the same battery technology? Well, maybe the Lightning battery is slightly bigger, but even the Lightning is not charging that fast, it's like, compared to other 98 kilowatt hour batteries, they would be pumping in 250 maybe kilowatt, right? Like Tesla, right? Not 150 kilowatts. So in that regard, it is a bit slow, kind of disappointingly slow. Maybe it's just the chemistry. This is a SK innovation in the F-150. And it has the NCM 811 chemistry, so maybe it's not optimized for speed. Maybe it's like a Kona battery. Kona is not charging that fast either. But yeah, Lightning hit 80%, and then it has a little a significant drop in speed there, but it can still maintain okay speed. The Mach-E, I remember with the older curve, which has actually faster, the 150 kilowatt was longer on the Mach-E. what happened then previously is that once you hit 80%, the speed just plummets to 11 kilowatt or something. It was just so slow that it was pointless to fast charge anything past 80%. Now, however, they have, okay, throttled 150 kilowatt earlier, but you should be able to maintain okay speed past 80%. You're gonna see now, I think there might be still a little drop there at 80%, which is 60 kilowatt now, and then at 8%, okay, 35 kilowatt. Okay, 35 kilowatt is still way better than 11 kilowatt, right? Right. But Lightning is actually about to hit 90% soon. Wow, ET90 hasn't even hit 80%. It's at 71%. What the heck, man? It's a poor excuse for a pickup truck, especially because the ET90, actually, when I tested it, it seems to be thirstier than Lightning. Lightning is bigger, heavier, and all-wheel drive, and the ET90 is just so thirsty, so inefficient, and charges so slow. So this is what you get if you pay the price, the low price for ET90. You get the pretty poor performance there. Lightning is about to hit 90%. Bam! But it takes 51 minutes to hit 90%. It's not lightning fast, is it? It's not Nyland here. No. But wow, ET90 hit 80%. Give it a slow clap there. Wow. Oh, this is some slow ass charging. No, okay, I stopped charging at 90%. Actually, the charge limit was set to 90% by mistake, but whatever. Okay, so we stop it there. Yeah, and then the Mach-E is still taking a little bit time to reach 90%. And do we care about ET90 going to 90%? Okay, I can show you how long it takes for the ET90. Okay, it's still okay speed, right? 55 kilowatt. Well, actually, it's not really that fast. Well, actually, for 86%, that's actually okay speed. But it takes over an hour to hit 90%. And 90% on the ET90 is not really that much range, especially if you're going at motorway speed at 120 kilometers per hour. Fun fact, it's locked at 120, maximum 120 kilometers per hour. It cannot go faster. So there, over an hour. Wow. Well, but actually, ET90 was going kind of fast towards the end compared to the Mach-E, huh? And here you see, F-150, nice and flat until 32% roughly. But like I mentioned, if I plug in with 10% instead of 4%, I would actually have this a little bit flatter, but it will still eventually also throttle because of state of charge, right? And then here we have the Mustang, and they both plummet, kind of plummets at 80%. But actually earlier when I did 1,000 kilometer challenge, I plugged in at 30%, and then I managed to get 160 kilowatts. So it's like it shifts the curve with a timer, you know, 10-minute 450 amp boost thingy, right? And then I don't know, it was something like this, but I only achieved it once. For the rest of the challenge, I could never achieve that anymore. Some people say that there are some punishment points or whatever, I'm not sure. Or maybe that perfect boosted speed thingy, 160 kilowatt, you can only get it once per day until the next 24 hours. I don't know. But yeah, so the Mach-E, they have roughly the same battery size, but it just charges a lot slower. That's disappointing, but then Maxus is just even slower. So, of course, once you tossed in some Cybertruck and Rivian in here, then it's going to be a completely different deal, right? But anyway, now you guys have seen it, that this car or this truck has, how will I say it, has okay performance. I wish it was charging faster, at least 200 kilowatt, or maybe 250, you know, or maybe 350, because I did a 1,000 kilometer challenge now, and I felt like it was not that fast. Yeah, and it was empty. If I pull a trailer, it would be game over. It would take forever, man. But anyway, I think that's gonna be for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.